Hi everyone, Angel McCoy from Coral Dragon Art Studios here. Today I'm doing my first ever tutorial and I'm doing it on eyes. I chose eyes partly because I'm really good at them and they're kind of my strong point, and also because I think it's really important that when you're first drawing, you understand how to do eyes properly. Why it's important to do eyes properly is because it holds a lot of emotion and a lot of character for whoever you're drawing. It can reform the entire structure of a character with just a single different stroke. If it's sharp or rounded, it all affects your character, especially if you're doing a head portrait where there's just eyes and hair and stuff like that, and you don't go into the body with like their clothes. The most important parts of a face portrait are the eyes and the hair, but in my own personal opinion, the eyes are much more important because based off of the size of the pupil, the amount of light you add to them, the curves, it's all a part of making your character. Okay, so before I actually show you how to draw an eyeball, I just wanted to show you different types of eyeballs that I kind of just quickly sketched out for you guys to see, to kind of put emphasis on how much an eyeball can control a character. Honestly, I'm not even joking when I say that if you put sharp angles on an eyeball, it's going to make your character either look older or edgier or something like that. But if you do rounded, they're going to look innocent and cute. So it really matters exactly how you do your eyeballs, the different curves, even down to like the singular eyelashes that jut out. Those matter too. The amount of eyelashes, the amount of light, the amount of pupils, everything adds up and creates a different look for your character. So you're going to want to be really careful and pay special attention to that. Now, unless you've actually put eyeballs on a face before, or even if you have, you might find the problem of, oh crap, my eyeballs are not the same size at all. This especially sucks when you just fall in love with one of the eyeballs and you spend hours trying to adjust the other one to be just like it. However, it's okay if your eyes don't match completely, unless there's a drastic difference, like in my drawing before. Honestly, guys, your eyeballs are never going to be the same size, never going to be the complete same shape, and they're never going to be in the same opposite spot, unless you're using a digital drawing app where you can just literally duplicate or mirror your drawing or whatever. But on paper specifically, your eyeballs are never going to come out the same, and that is okay. So don't make it too drastic and don't make them too different, okay? But also, don't be too picky and be willing to accept whatever beautiful artwork you create. Okay, but as you can see, your character should have some lines here to kind of indicate where you want the eyeballs out at. Gonna be honest, sometimes, if you come over here, you can see that the box really doesn't line up where I put the eyeballs. That's because I've been doing the eyeballs for so long that it's just kind of second nature to me, and I don't really feel the need to do that. Over here, though, I did specifically put lines where I have the eyeballs so you guys could see. You make a box like that, and you just fit them in there. Try to keep your box straight, or maybe with a slight curve to kind of get the idea that you're going around a face. But other than that, yeah, that's how you keep your eyeballs kind of the same size. Do that until you're comfortable enough that you really don't need the lines at all. Okie dokie, let's talk irises. Much like the problem of our eyeballs, sometimes our irises can come out in different sizes or even different shapes. So how do we solve this? Well, there's actually two methods to solving this problem. Number one is you just draw the line down from the top of the eyeball in a curved direction and do it for the other one. Method two, draw a circle, a nice little circle, and then draw your eyeball shape over it. Personally, I prefer method one. It's more comfortable and comes out smoother than the second method. To be completely honest, for the topic of pupils, I do not have a trick. You're just gonna kind of have to follow your gut. Pupils are actually kind of my biggest frustration. in a lot of drawings, because the smaller your face gets, the harder pupils become. You're like, oh, just do a little dot. Well, that's a problem if your character's pupil is not an actual circle, but that's a topic for a whole nother time. Alrighty everyone, so now we move into how do we shade and add light to our eyeballs. To be honest, there is no official guide to this, but I'll give you some pointers. First off, always make the shadow kind of tucked up against the top of the eyeball. Unless you're doing an extreme angle from the bottom, this comes for like a natural, nice look, because if you look at our eyelids, they kind of hang over, they cause a shadow, all that stuff. Often, if you see along the bottom of my eyeball there, I will add a big spot that will have a lighter color in it if I'm coloring it in. This is because it adds a little bit more life and a little bit more color pop to the actual eyeball. It also looks nice in a shaded eyeball, like that. The pupil should almost always be black unless you're going for a specific kind of look that you see in a lot of characters. And also add a few specks of different colored, like little circles. You see those little circles? I would often, if this was a brown eyeball, I would color them like bright orange and yellow. Just like a little something here. One thing I do want to say, do not overly do your eyeball. What does that mean? If you add too much light, your character is gonna look really fake. But if you add too little light, your character is gonna kind of look dead. It's really tedious, it's complicated, but it's actually not tedious or complicated at all. That sounds weird and stupid, but it's true. Practice, practice, practice. For now, just follow this diagram that I laid out for you. As for coloring, kind of just color it like you would any other thing. If it's clothing, hair, whatever, make sure to get your highlights done properly and make sure to do your shading properly. Honestly, everything in an eyeball comes with practice. I decided to color one eyeball in with Prismacolor color pencils and another one with my Eliza markers, they're alcohol markers, just to kind of contrast and compare. Not really a tutorial thing, just I was interested what they would look like side by side. And I'm actually not sure which I prefer. I'm pretty sure I like the alcohol markers better, but you guys can choose for yourselves, and let me know which one you guys like better in the comments below. Okay guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials, and also hit that notification button so that you can be sure to check in for my next tutorial. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks so much. Bye!